Welcome again to my channel, and if you are visiting this channel for the first time, you are also highly welcome. Let's look at the inferior mesenteric artery. The inferior mesenteric artery, just as the name implies, it emerges inferior to the superior mesenteric artery, and it emerges at the anterior part of the abdominal aorta. So let's say this is the abdominal aorta. So you see on the anterior surface, we have the emergence of the inferior mesenteric artery, and where this inferior mesenteric artery supplies are sub-regions of the large intestine, and this includes the left 1/3 of the transverse colon, the descending colon, sigmoid colon, the rectum, and also the anal canal. So this lecture will be unfolding the different branches that supplies the different regions as we have highlighted. So let's go to the inferior mesenteric artery. The inferior mesenteric artery emerges inferior to the superior mesenteric artery, just as the name implies. So you see it emerging at the third lumbar vertebra, and this is the inferior mesenteric artery here. It emerges at the anterior surface of the abdominal aorta. This is the abdominal aorta here, this pipe, and you see the inferior mesenteric artery emerging in the anterior border of the abdominal aorta. It supplies regions of the large intestine that emerge from the hindgut during the developmental process. And this will include the remaining left 1/3 of the transverse colon, the descending colon, the sigmoid colon, the rectum, and also the anal canal. So these terminal regions are supplied by branches from the inferior mesenteric artery. So let's see the branches that emerge from the inferior mesenteric artery and how they go to supply the different terminal regions of the large intestine. So the first one is the left colic artery. Remember, we have a right colic artery, which is a branch from the superior mesenteric artery that supplies the ascending colon. So we have the left colic artery, and this is the left colic artery. This left colic artery will go and supply the left 1/3 of the transverse colon. The left colic artery also gives off branches to supply the descending colon, which is the descending part of the colon, and that is what it supplies. And the next branch are the sigmoidal arteries, and these are the sigmoidal arteries highlighted in black. It's usually between 2 to 4 branches that emerge as the sigmoidal artery, and where they supply is the sigmoid colon. So you see them going to supply the sigmoid colon of the large intestine. Then we have the last branch, which is the superior rectal artery. This is the superior rectal artery that is highlighted in green, and as it emerges, it goes down and supplies the rectum and also the upper part of the anal canal. So that is the kind of presentation that is seen by the inferior mesenteric artery. Also going to add that these arteries, as they emerge, they do not go directly to supply the large intestine, as it is presented from branches of the superior mesenteric artery. So also we have in the inferior mesenteric artery. So as they emerge, they also form marginal arteries, which are continuous circular presentation of arteries. So you see the arteries undergoing a kind of circular configuration towards the direction of the large intestine, and these are called the marginal artery. You also see the sigmoidal arteries also going up to form this circular presentation up here. So this circular presentation is called the marginal arteries. So from the marginal arteries is where we now have the final terminal branches, which are called the vasa recta, and these are the vasa recta. This vasa recta is what finally terminates onto the wall of the large intestine. That is what gives blood supply to that region. So the arteries are not seen to emerge directly and be inserted on the wall. They present a kind of configuration around this space before they are finally seen to terminate on the wall of the large intestine. So thanks for watching. Let's meet again.